There, you can hear me now. I see you nodding. You take over with the interview, please.
Well, a very good morning to you once again, Ayanda, and certainly the media have been camped outside this court this morning since 4 o'clock, and in actual fact, the state prosecutor, Gerinel, arrived a few minutes ago, certainly on one of the most important days in this trial, where we're expecting Judge Thokozile Masipa to begin, of course, handing down that verdict this morning. But let's get an expert opinion on what we're expecting really to transpire inside court this morning. Joining me is Mr. Busani, who is the president of the Black Lawyers Association. Mr. Busani Mabunda, thank you very much for your time this morning. Mr. Mabunda, I think let's start off with what the expectation is inside this court this morning. What's expected to unfold?
Obviously, this is one of the most important days when it comes to passing of verdicts in the country, given that the international community is equally interested in this matter. What will be following, of course, is that at around 9:30, as pronounced, the judge will be taking her seat as well as her assessors, wherein she will start pronouncing in terms of the innocence or guilt of the accused in this matter. That is Mr. Oscar Pistorius. There are, of course, a lot of factors which the judge will be dealing with, including, amongst others, but not limited to, taking into considerations all the facts which have been put forward in terms of the testimony by witnesses by both the state as well as the defense. After that, that also includes expert witnesses from both sides, being the state as well as the defense. After that, the judge will be doing what we call the evaluation of that particular evidence. And upon evaluation of the evidence, the judge will also be taking into account possibly the credibility of the evidence of Mr. Pistorius, because he was the only witness in this particular instance, and take case law into account and making possibly the pronouncements on the guilt or innocence.
What are some of the key issues? You've already mentioned the testimony of Oscar Pistorius, which we expect to be one of the key or primary aspects which she should have taken into account before reaching the verdict, which will be made known today. But what are some of the other key areas which she would have had to look at before reaching today's decision?
It will be very, very cardinal, very, very important that the judgment be thorough and well-reasoned, in that judicial precedent will equally be one of the key factors which he will take into account. And judicial precedent is actually aimed at guiding a presiding officer with respect to decided cases as to how did they arrive at conclusions in matters of this particular nature. So that cannot be ignored.
Mr. Mabunda, just before I let you go, some of your cases have been heard before Judge Thokozile Masipa. You've dealt with her before. She's always been seen to be very thorough in this case. What has your experience been when some of your cases have been heard before Judge Thokozile Masipa?
What she has done, as far as I am aware, is that she has always meted out the justice without fear or prejudice. In other words, in an objective manner, as is expected of a judge.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Busani Mabunda there, who is the president of the Black Lawyers Association, as well as a practicing attorney, giving us some detail about what we should expect inside court this morning. But let's take a short break here on Morning Live.